Hello everyone, a bit of a special one today because instead of just showing off one machine, we are going to be showing off two wonderful Aeropress products, which are the Aeropress Premium, which I have in front of me, and the Aeropress MG005. Let's talk about the grinder. They genuinely made something here which is really quite good. Already just the size of it, because the whole concept of a traditional Aeropress, like the one I've got here, is a piece of plastic which you can chuck in your bag and take up to the top of a mountain. And the thing about the Aeropress grinder is it fits in it perfectly. And there's loads of little things like how the handle fits onto it. It's magnetic, you see, and fits on perfectly to stay in the body of the grinder. That's all about the portability of it. And it's tiny little things each time. The bean hopper at the top, because you can hear I've put beans in there already. I put my 18 grams for my recipe. And you can do that because there's a rubber gasket on the top so that you can actually keep beans in the top hopper when you're chucking it in your bag to take to the top of a mountain to have a nice coffee. And it's these little things which are brilliant. Now, ergonomics wise, yeah, it's a little bit annoying to put the handle on. It fits nicely in your hand. The body of the grinder itself is made out of machined aluminium. And you have access to the actual adjustable grind settings underneath. There are 60 possible settings, which is kind of in the norm for this size of grinder and all this stuff. There are some special bits though. The burrs themselves are actually titanium coated, which is very cool. Very cool for the longevity of the grinder. You can obviously take them apart, open up and pull down the central burr to actually clean it. Makes it a little bit easier. Cleaning, which is made much easier by the brush which they give with the grinder, which is quite possibly the best brush I have seen given with a hand grinder, because you've got the hard end and you've got the soft end for getting rid of the chaff. And that's really, really quite clever. There's also this wonderful sock, which you can put on the grinder. It's got Aeropress written on it so that it doesn't get damaged when it's in your bag. Only problem about this is it doesn't actually fit properly in the grinder when the sock is on it. Grind-wise, it's perfectly easy to grind with it. Like I said, I'm on 18 gram in recipe. Other thing it's delivered with is this strange piece of kit, which is an adapter for electric drills, because apparently lots of builders use Aeropresses. Who knew? Anyway, that is the MG005, the Aeropress grinder, which is, if you don't already have a hand grinder for your Aeropress, the hand grinder that I would recommend, because it's a nice piece of kit, it does the job easily, and it fits perfectly into an Aeropress. Now, really, let's talk about the star of the show, which is this, the Aeropress Premium, which looks fantastic. I mean, especially when you compare it to the two. I mean, look, glass, aluminium, stainless steel. The whole point of the Aeropress Premium is to be an Aeropress without any plastic. And we've got on the plunger's made out of aluminium with the silicone mating point. Silicone as well on the top there, so that when it touches dual wall borosilicate glass, it doesn't actually damage it, which is great. On the bottom, the actual base is aluminium with a stainless steel filter holder, which is brilliant. I'm just going to do my normal recipe, which I was doing earlier, so let me rinse my filter. It just looks cool. There's no plastic whatsoever that's going to be in contact with your coffee, which is brilliant. Yes, it's fragile. And here we kind of get to the point of, is it really an Aeropress if I can't chuck it in my bag and take it wherever? Now, let me just do my recipe here. So I'm on 18 grams in. I've got a 50 ml 30-second pre-infusion, and I'm going for a total 200 milliliters out. The coffee I'm using today is Mocha Sidamo from Café Luga, which is an excellent light roast Ethiopian, which I've been using for years and is a really nice mocha. So 200 ml total pour. And this is the thing, 200 ml total pour, I am slightly plunged and I am at the top of my Aeropress because there's a slight difference in diameter compared to a standard Aeropress, and I should have shown you with the plunger next to each other earlier. And that kind of means that I've had to adapt my recipe a little bit. It's delivered with a metal stirrer, which is all very cool, very premium, like its name. It also comes with a metal spoon, which I'm sure will look very nice in any drawer, because if you have an Aeropress Premium, you obviously have a scale, so we'll obviously never ever be using this. Like I said, filter holder is excellent. It's a mass of stainless steel. And the dual wall glass is excellent as well, which all makes for something which is very, very stable. And this is the other thing which I mean, is it still really an Aeropress? Because if we're honest, you, me, everyone who's been using Aeropresses, if we're honest with ourselves, an Aeropress has never been the most stable of extraction methods. Yes, it makes an excellent cup of coffee and it will always be brilliant, but because it's made out of plastic, there's always that slight taste of plastic, if we're honest, and there's always these massive temperature variables, and because on this Aeropress Premium there is no plastic and it's dual wall glass and stainless steel, so the temperature variables are much, much easier to control. It's so much more stable. The extraction that's just come out now into my wonderful, wonderful carafe. So I kind of have to be more honest about my extraction, and that's fine. But is it still an Aeropress? Yes, it's still exceptionally easy to use, and the extraction is still an Aeropress extraction. It's still an excellent cup of coffee. But it's a cup of coffee that I'm having at home. And that's one of the things about the Aeropress. The Aeropress has always been the extraction method that you could use wherever, and you could take wherever, and you could take to places where you know you are going to have a bad cup of coffee, and you can take it there and have a nice cup of coffee, whereas an Aeropress Premium is obviously staying at home. Because it's made out of dual wall glass, it's more fragile. And it's the kind of Aeropress which I will use with a scale, which I will use with a variable temperature kettle, which I will use with a proper grinder where I'm really handling everything. And so I'm going into the precision areas, which is kind of what I was using an Aeropress to kind of almost get away from. So, is it an Aeropress? Yes. Is it an Aeropress? Kind of no, but it does look spectacular. I mean, you have this on your counter in the kitchen, and people wonder what kind of medical condition you have. You have that, and you're happy to prepare a few cups of coffee for your friends who are coming around, and that's not a problem. And I think that's brilliant, but it's still lost some of those things that make an Aeropress, that make the thing that you can chuck in your bag and take to the top of a mountain. In conclusion, two excellent products from Aeropress. One which is made to take to the top of the mountain and have a nice cup of coffee, and one which is made to stay at home and to have an excellent, precise cup of coffee. On that note, I will say I will see you next time, and have a nice coffee.